So last time we learned how to add two intervals. So we can add any two intervals with ease. But what if we have many intervals to add? Can we sum them all at once? Do we have to add them two at a time, or is there a shortcut? We can always add them two at a time, of course. Add two intervals and add the result to the next interval, etc., etc., until we're done. Let's talk about the first of the sums. We add the 5th and 6th. We get 10th plus 40th plus 17th. What if we didn't obey the rule and reduce 6 by 1? Would we get the same thing? Apparently we would. It doesn't seem like it matters which number we reduce when doing addition. Looking at the last sum, it seems like the number you reduce when adding two negative intervals doesn't matter. On the other hand, the order matters when adding two intervals of different signs. Here the answer depends on which number we reduce. The correct answer is obtained when you subtract from the smallest number, so the first one is correct, not the second. Armed with this knowledge, here's a shortcut for computing a larger sum of intervals. Take two groups, all the positive intervals, another group the negative intervals. Reduce all the positive and negative intervals by 1, doing it separately, except for one of each of them. So, one of the intervals. So if there's only one positive interval or only one negative interval, you leave the interval alone. You just affect, for each group, negative, positive, you affect all the intervals except one of them. Add the intervals in each group separately. You add all the positive ones, you add all the negative ones. Now you should have at most two intervals left. Add them using the usual procedure for intervals. Now, if you only have one interval left, like you didn't have two intervals after doing all that, then, if you started out with only positive intervals, for instance, you did not have any negative intervals after doing all that, then what you get at the end of that would be after doing that, would be the sum of the intervals. And just add them using the usual procedure for intervals. So it's easy to add the intervals here. Group them first, reduce all by 1, except for 1 in each group. Add what you get, then add the two-men standard. All the examples we started out with are easily computed using the simple rule. And remember, you could always pause at any point if you need to look at the computations. As usual, I can make mistakes, especially while calculating. Let me know if I have made any. We'll soon explore how to multiply intervals by a whole number. Eventually, we will discover an easy way to tell if a chord can be played on the violin. In further videos, we'll discover that the trick is easily applicable to other string instruments, like the guitar, that have positions, like the violin does. As usual, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.